What is up, Patriots Nation? Patriots Global here with a video on the Patriots yet again. As the title, you can probably see that we're going to be talking about Gronk possibly getting traded. So it has been said that the Patriots might be fielding trade options for Rob Gronkowski and that they're looking for a late first rounder or a second and third rounder. For anyone who doesn't know, Gronk has been contemplating retirement ever since the Super Bowl, but it's been said that he's been contemplating it back when last training camp happened. Gronk's agent has been asked multiple times on the situation, and even he doesn't know what's going on with Gronk, what his decisions are. But a lot of signs have pointed to Gronk playing with the Patriots again, more than him not. He has been seen around Gillette Stadium at the TB12 Center practicing like he would to prepare for any other football season. And when he crashed a party, a Patriots fan asked him, "Are you going to be playing with the Pats next year?" And he said yes. Then when he found out media was at the party, he said, "I actually don't know if I'm going to yet." So as you can tell, it seems more, at least in my opinion, more like Gronk would play with the Patriots more than Gronk wouldn't, but Gronk refuses to say what his decision is. Now, this source is not just coming from my head. This is coming from a source very close to Belichick that said Belichick is more and more likely to trade him as more time goes on that Gronk doesn't make a decision. It's even been said that Belichick is already picturing the team without Gronk, which is not a good sign for Gronk at all. We all know that Belichick says everybody is replaceable. It doesn't matter who you are, how good you are, what your position is. He will trade you. He would trade freaking Tom Brady if his game started going down and he thought he could lose him, because Belichick will not let players just off the hook if he could possibly get something out of it. So basically, to sum up, that is basically the longer Gronk goes and is going to be stubborn with his decision, the more likely it is that he's going to get traded to a team. Now, like I said, I think that is very, very highly unlikely that he does. Well, maybe not highly, it's just unlikely. But there's definitely a chance. There's definitely a chance Gronk can get traded, especially if he's going to keep being as stubborn as he is. Because in the end, I mean, even I don't want someone to be on the Patriots if they don't want to actually be here. Something that is very important is chemistry and enthusiasm and teamwork. And if someone's going to be on the team who doesn't really want to be here, that could screw up a lot of stuff for us. An interesting fact, the team is better without Gronk than they are with him. This is coming from James Stewart, who is an analyst for the NFL. And it says that the Patriots without Gronk are 12-1, 381 total points, and scored 29.3 points per game. And then the Patriots with Gronk are 20-5, 720 total points scored with 28.8 points per game. And this is the last 38 games played, so 2 regular seasons and 2 playoff games. So as you can see, guys, we really don't need Gronk. Literally, we came off one of the best seasons I've seen the Patriots play without Gronk. We won a Super Bowl without Gronk. We don't need Gronk, but obviously it's preferred that we have him. Now, like I said, the Patriots would be looking for a late first rounder or a second and third rounder, which I feel like for Gronk that is a little bit too low of an asking price. I mean, Odell Beckham Jr., the Giants are saying that they're looking for 2 first rounders for Odell, and Gronk is better than Odell, especially at tight end, which is a very important position. But the reason that Odell is getting a higher asking price than Gronk is because Gronk is glass and is always getting injured, and he's very injury prone. Back in 2010, when the Patriots drafted him, they got him in the second rounder because Gronk is so injury prone that he couldn't be a first rounder. That's why he was a second rounder. So basically, the Patriots couldn't ask for too high of an asking price because that probably wouldn't happen because of how injury prone Gronk is. But to be quite honest, I think they could get a very high draft pick because some teams are stupid enough to literally pay the highest draft pick to get Gronk even if he is glass. There are teams that are literally that stupid to do that. Now, Gronk, everyone would want to go after Gronk. I mean, maybe not everyone, but most teams would go after Gronk as long as they have the appropriate trade like asking price, like what the Patriots are asking for, and as long as they have the money for it. With that being said, I don't think there's many teams that have that, because the Patriots aren't looking for like the 32nd first round pick. I doubt they'll be looking for anywhere in the 30s. Probably the teens and the 20s would be my guess. And there's not too many teams that have the money for Gronk, nor the draft picks. Honestly, I think if the Patriots did draft him, they could get a decently high draft pick, and they could even get a player that they need. I would say get a draft pick, a high draft pick, and get a decent player. With Gronk being in 5 Pro Bowls, winning 2 Super Bowls, and being first team All-Pro 4 times, he's a walking Hall of Famer, like I said, guys. We all know that there's multiple teams that would want to go after him, so that leaves the option. Do you guys think that we should trade him? Honestly, there's pros and cons to keeping him and trading him. I want to know what you guys think. Leave in the comments below what you think's going to happen and what you want to happen. Make sure to subscribe to me so you know when I post more. If there's any updates on the situation, you know that I will post a video on it. But other than that, take care, Pats Nation.